Well, here's a story from Bloomberg. Tesla engineers visit Twitter office to review code for Musk. Well, there you go. I mean, that's the news. This is huge.
Bum, bum, bum.
So I think this is why Vijay Gadde was crying when the news broke that Elon was buying the platform, because I wonder who's going to prison.
Well, I think people should certainly be held accountable and face serious consequences for what Twitter did, especially during the 2020 election. Leading up to the 2020 election, when they censored the Hunter Biden story and they started banning all the conservative accounts, and out of nowhere they banned political advertising without giving people really much of a heads up.
And there should be some real life consequences for this. Facebook, by the way, has just been ordered to pay $24.7 million to the state of Washington because they didn't release all the information behind their political advertisements. Now, imagine what we're going to see if we're going to actually see anything, because again, at the end of the day, we also have to start thinking about this way. This is Elon Musk's new product. Will he release information that makes this product look bad? That's another question I think we should be asking ourselves.
It could make it look good. Look,
because you're also looking at a regime change.
If Elon comes in right now and says, just right at the gate, so when they testified before Congress about these 3 things, they lied. Here's the proof in their code. I wonder who then, if they I don't know if they testified under oath or whatever, probably not, but that'll be huge. Make Twitter look as bad as possible. And that's the right move. You know why? Because then if in 2 years you only make it look a little bit better, it looks a lot better. You know what I mean?
Right. When Chairman Mao died in 1976, the Chinese Communist Party, of course, they have their new emperor now, but at the time they realized they had to kind of find a way to maintain the legitimacy of the party in the face of the Cultural Revolution. 15 million people have been killed. Every school, every university in the entire country shut down. Families turned against family. It's abject chaos going on across the entire country. So they have to find some way to say, okay, we can still be in power. We have to maintain the brand, but we have to separate from this. So what do? They blamed it on his wife. And 3 of her friends, they called them the Gang of 4. They arrested the wife. Then she commits suicide in prison. And then Deng Xiaoping and the party go off and say, well, now that we've taken care of that, everything's fine.
Take a look at this. In the story, they say Twitter's engineers can no longer make changes to code as of noon in San Francisco. The people said that's part of an effort to ensure that nothing about the product changes ahead of the deal closing. Said the people who declined to be named. Come on, they had months to figure out how to cover their tracks and bury the evidence, right?
They probably called in Hillary Clinton and be like, Hillary Clinton, you got experience with this.
Bleach pit.
Bring the bleach, please. Bring the hard drives, please.
I mean, this is
bring the rag.
If Seamus is listening, we got one for you. Elon is going to buy the platform, and then Vijay Gadde starts crying. What do we do? They're going to get the evidence. And then they hear a doorbell ring, and they open the door, and it's Hillary Clinton with like 6 hammers in her belt, and she's like, "Let's go!" And
sunglasses
smashing,
on.
they start smashing everything with hammers. And for those who don't know, it's because the Clinton campaign smashed their phones with hammers, thinking that would actually stop someone from collecting the data. But whatever.
And when she was asked at one point about wiping her server, her illegal email server that she had in her bathroom, she said,
"Was in a bathroom?"
Yeah. She said, "Wipe? You mean like with a rag?"
Yes. And then I love when NBC News, Trump said she acid washed her server. It was like, fact check, false. Hillary Clinton did not use a corrosive substance.
You remember how they
laptop,
caught the guy on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
You remember the whole story?
He was bragging about it.
No. He wasn't just bragging. He didn't know how to do it.
He said, how do I remove a very, very VIP from some emails?
And I'd also like to point out that yesterday was the 6-year anniversary of Hillary Clinton's happy birthday to the future president tweet. The tweet that will forever live in infamy.